Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video here to give you guys a heads up on a free Steam game that you can get right now. So we'll cover that, and we'll cover some Steam game deals under the price of $5 and $10. We've got some good options there. So we'll get to it, and we'll get to those deals after we cover the free game, which is Will Glow the Wisp. I believe this has been free before. Don't quote me on that. It's hard to keep track of everything going free and not being free. Navigate through psychedelic mazes to chill electronic beats. Imagine a mix between Super Meat Boy and Geometry Wars. And honestly, that from a description standpoint actually sounds pretty dope. Like Super Meat Boy and Geometry Wars. Geometry Wars was my jam. I spent so much time on Geometry Wars 1 back on the Xbox Live arcade days. Shout out to the Xbox 360 when Microsoft was worth a damn. But nevertheless, that is available free right now. Simple but deep mechanics play versus another player's recordings. Beat the developer, global a high score, and lots of particles and bullets. So that is available free right now. Typically $1.99, but you can check it out absolutely free. You can add it to your library and then never play it in your life. 33 Steam user reviews, 84% positive, so go ahead and give that an add to your library. Alright, moving on from that, we're getting right into the deals now. We've got some deals available. Capcom's Halloween sale is wrapping up, and they've got a ton of great deals available. You know, Capcom, even though they're kind of whack sometimes, they still do put out some of the best games on the market. I'll give a shout to Resident Evil 5. You know, Resident Evil 5 will probably get a remake at some point, but that remake probably won't come out for eons and eons, so, I would just pick it up now. $4.99 is a pretty damn good price point for it, all things considered. Like, I really dug Resident Evil 5. I know back in the day when it came out, all the talk was around how garbage the AI was, but I still thought the game was fun to go through. Definitely, builds upon RE4's more action-y approach, but I dug RE5 for what it was, and for $4.99, I think it's a pretty good pickup. It's the gold edition as well, so you get some DLC content, but there you go with that, Resident Evil 5, and then also, Resident Evil Village is $9.99, and let me give a shout to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which is also $7.99 for the base game, and then the gold edition is $10.04. If you need to get both Village and Resident Evil 7, pick up the bundle. The gold edition and Village gold edition bundle is $19.99. That bundle's actually a banger that I would recommend, so definitely check that out. Definitely play those games. I thought Biohazard really revitalized the Resident Evil franchise. And Village was great as well. Village was a great game. And I'm not, like, super into survival horror games like that. Like, I like Resident Evil, but I don't think I'm the craziest Resident Evil fan that you'll come across. But I still really enjoyed those games. And, Resident Evil 7 was tremendous. So definitely recommend those two games. Again, the Gold Edition the Gold Edition bundle, I should say, for $19.99 is a banger. So that's a great deal. Definitely recommend that. But if you want to get them individually, $9.99 a pop on those is pretty good. Wayfinder is 80% off for $4.99. I mentioned this in a different video, but I actually saw a bunch of people in the comments section telling me I need to mention this game. Didn't know a lot of people felt that way about this deal. This isn't a game that I've spent time with, but I am a big fan of Airship Syndicate as a studio, and this is their latest game, and it's at a historic low price point of $4.99. If you're not familiar with Airship Syndicate, they did Darksiders Genesis, they did Battle Chasers Night War, and they did Ruin King, a League of Legends story, which I loved Ruin King. I thought Ruin King was an awesome game, one of the sleeper games that I think a decade from now people will talk about being like, bro, League of Legends got a great RPG, and Airship Syndicate did a phenomenal job with that game. Wayfinder has some co-op aspects to it. Become a Wayfinder and unlock their powers as you choose your path and playstyle while pushing back a hostile force that has overtaken your world. A co-op action RPG where you directly shape and customize the endless adventures you go on with friends, because Wayfinders are stronger together. The game had an all-time mixed reception, 13,000 reviews, 68% positive, but the recent reviews have really swung upwards. 245 reviews, 79% positive, so really solid as far as that's concerned. And you can check it out for $4.99. That's the cheapest the game has been, so give that a look. And yeah, a lot of people talking it up in the comment section, so I thought I would give that another mention. Severed Steel is 90% off for $249, a fast-paced, action-oriented game that I definitely recommend at this price point. I think it's great at this price given how cheap it is. It has been a little bit cheaper. I believe it was down to $1.49. 4,100 reviews, 95% positive for an overwhelmingly positive reception, so great reception as far as that's concerned. An intense single-player FPS featuring a stylish movement system, completely destructible levels, and an acclaimed OST as well. All of that for $2.49. Got the Mirror's Edge vibe going on to it as well, but bullet time mechanics on top of that. Good stuff there for $2.49. Next up, we got a game from Firaxis. We do have Marvel's Midnight Suns, which is 85% off for $8.99. Unfortunately, this game seemingly was a disaster from a commercial standpoint, but received pretty well. 10,000 reviews, 83% positive, and Firaxis is the same studio that brought you like the XCOM games, and this definitely has that vibe going on for it as well. Unfortunately, there's stuff like, you know, microtransactions in this game and whatnot, and if you want all the content, you know, the Legendary Edition is $19.99, so you might want to look at that. Had a card game gimmick going on for it as well. The ultimate crossover event combining the rich story, character relationships, customization, and progression of an RPG with the tactical strategy and combat mechanics of a revolutionary new card-based tactics game set in the darker side of the Marvel Universe. You'll forge unbreakable bonds with legendary Marvel superheroes and dangerous supernatural warriors in the fight against the world's greatest threat, yet the demonic forces of Lilith and the Elder God as well. So if you want a tactics game with a Marvel coat of paint on it, that is $8.99. The Legendary Edition is $19.99. Bully Scholarship Edition is 65% off for $5.24. At this point, Bully is a little bit dated, but man, given that we get Rockstar games every 5 billion years, you know, you should go back and play all of them that you can. Bully's a solid game, definitely a little bit comical, telling the story of a 15-year-old Jimmy Hopkins as he goes through the hilarity and awkwardness of adolescence. Definitely has a bit of the GTA vibe in the sense of do whatever you want and it's just chaos, but at the same time, obviously the setting's a little bit different, but a lot of humor there. I know people have been desperate for a Bully 2 for years and years. Honestly, I could see it like randomly happening, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we just get a Bully 2 announcement. Like, that's the thing with like getting a sequel to Bully 2 and just Rockstar games in general. Like, honestly, you might not be alive to see it. Like, that's just the reality. Like, Rockstar takes a decade to put out a game, and yeah, they might do a Bully. They might one day wake up and be like, all right, GTA 6 is out. We got Red Dead 3 out. We're not ready to go back to GTA again. Let's just do a Bully 2. F it. Let's just do a Bully 2. Honestly, with game development these days, you never know, but like, I wouldn't be holding my breath on it. But go check out the original, $5.24 on that. And then lastly, Peak is 38% off for $4.95. It just got its Roots update, so check it out. The co-op climbing game that was a breakout title this year. Man, what a year of breakout titles from games like Peak, from games like Dispatch, Megabonk, and so on and so forth. It's been a quality year of these sleepers just breaking out, and I have a lot of buddies that were super high on this game. 82,000 reviews, 94% positive, just shy of an overwhelmingly positive reception, but for $4.95, that's a great shout, especially also I think the price point to some of these games has been one of the key factors of them standing out. Even going back to like Expedition 33, that game being $50, and obviously big difference between $50 and this game being $8 on launch. Megabonk being, I think, $11.99 or $12.99 or something, but I think it goes a long way when you price these games accordingly. And Mafia: The Old Country, that's another game that beat out, you know, Take-Two's expectations, and that game was priced accordingly. You know, price points is something to look at. You know what game did it? Apparently did pretty soft from a sales standpoint? Borderlands 4, and that game was $130 for the Super Deluxe Edition, so just something to consider there, yeah, guys, as far as pricing your games. But I digress. That is gonna do it for me. Again, get a Will Glow the Wisp available free right now. Some great deals. Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 7 Gold and Village, Wayfinder, Severed Steel, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Bully Scholarship Edition, and Peak. All of that available right now. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.